Good day, family. This is video number 4 in our series on discipline. Today I want to discuss with you consistency over intensity in the Christian life. One of the quiet traps in the Christian life is the belief that spiritual growth comes from intensity. And we think that if we have one powerful moment, one emotional breakthrough, one deeply moving experience, everything will change. But when we look at Scripture, God does not emphasize intensity nearly as much as he emphasizes consistency. God is far more interested in who we are becoming day by day than in how strong we feel in a single moment. Here is a core truth. Intensity can inspire you for a moment. Consistency is what shapes you over time. And this is what the Apostle Paul teaches us. Just consider, for example, Galatians 6 and verse number 9. Here Paul will say, let us not grow weary in doing well, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Notice here what Paul emphasizes, not speed, not excitement, but perseverance. Growth belongs to those who keep going, not to those who burn bright and then fade out or just simply disappears. Intensity is often fueled by emotion, environment, or some kind of momentum, and that's why it fades. Emotion changes, circumstances shift, momentum slows, but consistency is not anchored in how we feel. It's anchored in what we have committed to. And faith built on intensity rises and falls with circumstances. Faith built on consistency, however, that endures. Now listen with me to what Jesus was saying in Luke 16 and verse 10. One who is faithful in a very little is also faithful in much. Faithfulness is not formed in big moments. It is formed through repetition. It is formed through ordinary prayers, through daily decisions and quiet obedience. Those times when no one applauds. One reason consistency doesn't feel impressive is because it looks ordinary. Most days of faith do not feel dramatic. There's no applause for daily prayer, no recognition for steady obedience. But Scripture reminds us that God often works through the ordinary, daily walking, daily trust. God forms character not in bursts, but in habits. Consider this application with me if you don't mind. You don't need a spiritual high every day. What you really need is a steady walk. Let's consistently open the Bible. Open the Scriptures. Let's consistently say our prayers. Let's consistently show up for worship. Let's choose obedience again and again and again. Over time, consistency produces maturity. The Christian life is not a sprint fueled by emotion. It is a long walk shaped by faithfulness. Consistency may feel ordinary, but God uses it to produce lasting fruit. And this is what it means to be formed to fight. Thank you so much for spending time with me.